An NC State team that scored 40 points 3 games in a row for the first time in a season in school history, and they have a man wide open on the first play from scrimmage.
We're going to get the running game going. It's a good job of reading the corner, throwing the corner. The corner was up tight end behind. Good read by Jacoby Brissett early on.
Now he throws to another wide open receiver, and this is going to be a touchdown for Bo Hines. 17th catch of the year and his first career touchdown.
Using your eyes as a quarterback is a weapon. Right here, Brissett's going to use his eyes to move Tyler Hunter, the safety. See him jump that slant route? And Bo Hines, with a little hesitation route, runs straight down the middle of the field. No safety help, and a good read by Jacoby Brissett to recognize where the weakness would be, and a nice, soft, catchable ball where he's in stride.
When we talked to the NC State. Brissett on the run, and Hines drags the feet to the football. Jalen Ramsey in coverage.
Well, just a little rub route there, and Bo Hines works back to the football and goes out of bounds right at the first down marker.
Tough. And he's out for the year. Matt Day's in at running back now. Brissett has some running room. He's not a speedster, but he does have the first down.
He does have a man, number 21. Matt Days will be open on a little bit of a wheel route. Felt the pressure and made a good, smart decision to tuck it and run.
Yeah, I think the biggest.
So now they shift into the pistol with Brissett. Days open in the flat. That's good. Brissett. Man open in the flat. Thornton to the third.
They're going to feed him.
5 wide receivers now. They continue to give different look after different look to the Florida State defense. Jonathan Alston's inside the top-ranked team. But they've never played them in Raleigh, as they are today. Brissett flush from the pocket by the rush. That's a yard or 2.
Routes, big problems.
Then they run the jet sweep action, but don't hand it off. Brissett in trouble now, and he throws it away. Outside, they're off to the good start. The Wolfpack +4 for the year in turnover margin. And that pass is incomplete.
Although you don't get the sack, you get enough pressure where you get Jacoby Brissett moving in the pocket.
The Mike Lennon and the Wolfpack. That was the last conference loss. They've won 16 ACC games in a row since. Have the Knolls throw back. David J. Greenidge, the tight end, looking for a block. He's out of bounds at the 12.
Jay Greenidge is going to come from right here. Now watch the hesitation. He'll let the play develop, sneak to the flat, and when you have a fast pursuing defense, you want to counterattack that, work it against them. Greenidge is wide open as the zones are vacated. Down the field. Todd?
And Chris, it's exactly.
Gain of a yard. Brissett back in, and he's under center. Matt Days, the running back. Play action fake. Tyler Purtis, the fullback. Back at quarterback looking for more. 3 receivers in a bunch to his right. And he is escaping for the moment. And still has it. And throws. Cobb! What a play by Brissett.
There's more than one quarterback in this game that can make a highlight film. First of all, Jacoby Brissett fighting, quitting, never stopping, thinking about throwing it outside, doesn't. And I love the work of those receivers working the back line of the end zone to get open. Sean, you made the point about the strength. You have big men trying to pull you down, avoiding the high tackle, pulling away from number 44, DeMarcus Walker, keeping your discipline downfield with your eyes to find the open receiver, Todd.
In the pregame, how NFL scouts are here for Jameis Winston, and not the only quarterback. Jacoby Brissett, 6'4", 230. You see the strength.
His high school coach encouraged him to take all of his visits. He's in trouble in the end zone. Gets rid of it. And the catch made, but I really thought we were going to win the game, and I wanted to be there for the big win. He's in trouble again, and he's taken down just outside the end.
Charles Kelly, the defensive coordinator, is bringing pressure. Jacoby felt that pressure and almost made a fatal error, but shows the strength of his hands to hold on to that football after getting contact. Right there, his head dropped, Sean. He got a little nervous, maybe because he was backed up to the goal line, but the first sign of panic, and a lot of great players come from him. the MAC.
Jacoby Brissett, crowd out of it now after these two quick scores by the Seminoles. He launches one off his back foot, up for grabs and incomplete. Looking for Matt Day, Wolfpack.
Well, I love Charles Kelly's response right here. They're starting to get pressure and win their one-on-one battles, and which is causing a little uncomfortableness for Jacoby Brissett. Now, if you're Matt Canada, let's go back to running the football. That's how we set everything up off the play action. Let's go back to what we've been doing well. Get those.
Brissett on 3rd down and 9. Went rolling to the right when he had time to stay in the pocket. That's a catch. And a first down. Really, Chris, from a momentum standpoint of play that they needed.
Absolutely, even to get their defense off the field and give them a rest. But the accuracy of Jacoby Brissett right there, throwing on the run. That's another asset that he brings to the table and adds to his resume.
Seminoles tight end Nick O'Leary. They were high school teammates together in South Florida. Dwyer shoves one ahead to Shadrack Thornton, who keeps fighting.
The beautiful thing when you have competition at running back, because these guys compete for carries and touches, and this will get you a lot of touches. The effort, the toughness to battle, and it'll also get you the respect.
Brissett. Thornton. They do bring extra men, and the throw is high from Brissett.
On the outside, Jacoby Brissett reads it well. Rod Christie tackle, sees it well, and just did poorly executed play. Valdez Scantling was open, and you got to give him the football. And if he gets
2nd and 5, this time they fake the jet, and Brissett. Usually you phone your Google. 3rd down and 4. Brissett running out of room, jams the brakes on. Who said he can't run? And they'd have to punt, and now the possession stays alive for the Wolfpack.
Well, 285 pounds of Desmond Holland's hard to stop on the dime. And Brissett, a little bit more athletic than the big fella, is able to shake and get the first. He's very capable of running. It's just not explosive running. He's capable of moving, working. You have to adjust.
So much creativity early and rhythm in the offense, and very little of that lately, although that might help them get back. Brissett throws it away, chased out of the pocket. Cardinals, who are well represented here today. Steve Keim, former outstanding player here at NC State, is on hand. Now the general manager of the Arizona Cardinals. 2 first downs. He has not turned it over. He's played an excellent first half against the #1 team and reigning national champs. Back pedals, needs to get rid of it, and slips down to a knee to end the play.
Well, again, he's trying to buy time with his feet, and right here he goes to plant. Loses his feet, and actually not bad protection. It's just that nobody was open downfield, which forced him to vacate the pocket a tad early.
Into the consciousness of the Heisman Trophy conversation. Plenty of time for Brissett. Now he's across the line of scrimmage, so if he doesn't score, the half's going to be over. And they chop him down at the 15. Nate Ames, this program with the benefit of the entire spring in the classroom and in spring practice. Brissett again held on it a long time, got it off. No whistle. He got it to Matt Days.
And the composure of Brissett.
Well, that's Roethlisberger-esque right there.
But no, I love it because he's smart, because he knows where everybody is and where everybody's supposed to be to make that kind of play.
For the Wolfpack, he hadn't played in a game in 651 days, dating back to his time as a Gator. In trouble, stays on his feet again. Got away from Kasher. My goodness. First down.
Used because it's not pretty. He's not a great runner, but he's an effective runner, and he's a smart runner. And he runs with body control, and he makes good decisions, Todd.
Brissett throws behind his intended. Brissett again, the nifty footwork. Who is this man? See why he became the starter This guy looks like Fran Tarkenton out here today.
It's a perfect example of what Todd McShay was talking about. The field, not fast, but subtle moves.
And now he throws, and an interference penalty.
There's Underwood, number 80, coming in your screen. Not a bad break by P.J. Williams, and if he would have avoided that contact with that left hand and just enough there to throw the flag, he was in pretty good position. So hard.
Lots of time for Brissett, and has a touchdown to Matt Days.
Communication in coverage. Right here, you're going to have a blitz with Days sneaking out. These two guys are going to play the tight end and the running back. Watch what happens. They're going to get confused, and the tight end is going to pick off the linebacker who's supposed to have the running back, leaving that
rangy player. 2nd and 15. Brissett had to loft it in the air, and it's off the hands of Tyler Purvis, with Charles Kelly is dialed up for the defense. 4-man rush, trying to set up a screen. Again, he had to loft it over the traffic. It's caught by Thornton, and he got close to the play fake by Brissett. After the 3rd Florida State turnover, he throws it away. And a big key. Play action pass, trying to set up a screen. Brissett lost the ball. And Florida State has it near the 5-yard line. Another one of those backups has recovered.
You see the pressure coming from the outside, and a lot of times when you set up the screen, you let your man leave a little bit early, as Featherston is in the face of Brissett, forcing that pressure. They had the screen set up, but Featherston's so fast getting to the quarterback, Brissett couldn't do it.
Sure.
Depends if a desperate team needs a quarterback, then he's the guy you have to take. Are you willing to risk the $25 million that comes with it? That's the question.
Big conversion on 3rd down.
With the vertical passing game.
Brissett. They pick up the tempo here as we approach a minute and a half to go in the 3rd quarter. Shadrack Thornton fighting for every inch.
That type of toughness and effort.
4-man rush. Brissett threw it away. Got hit as he had gone back and forth the entire half. Each team's had the answer when the other has scored. Can Brissett respond? Throws, batted away from Hines. They pick up the pressure off the edge. The throw's too high for Brian Underwood.
Underwood's head got around to see the ball. A nice wall set up by the Wolfpack. You see that nice throwing lane? And there's Underwood's head that's not around and waiting for the football.
Well, part of it was he got hit right there, kind of threw the route off. 17 career starts. He's trying to go to 17-0 as a starter. Brissett found Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 231 yards of offense. Jacoby Brissett steps up into the pocket, and then he was hit.
Excellent recognition by the Florida State defensive line. If you're not going to get there, get the hands up and knock it away, as Jacob Pugh does exactly that.
Brissett to the sideline to Thornton. Another nice move. Boy, he's had a terrific day. Both catches. Well, they're going to throw it on 3rd and 1. And a deep ball batted away from Tyler Purvis.
And Nate Andrews, being disciplined, doesn't go for the play fake. Stays with his man, the tight end, and he has the recovery speed to catch up. But that's disciplined defense. And what they do on short yardage, opposite of what North Carolina State. Jacoby Brissett.
Well, they bailed out the coaches a few times in that sequence. Thornton again out to good job by Bo Hines.
State defense worn down, running the ball, short throws, very important.
Brissett runs away from the rush. Good catch. Did he catch it?
Yes, sir. Hands are underneath. You can see Dave Dorn play better, and they're playing with more confidence.
Brissett throws near sideline.
Back end for the Seminoles.
Brissett got it out quickly to Hines. First down and much more. Finally stood up by Tyler Hunter. 13 and a first down.
Well, you're putting him on a linebacker, which is not fair to the linebacker because Bo Hines is already out in space, uncovered. Easy pitch and catch.
7th catch for the freshman. Brissett caught by David J. Greenidge, the tight end, to stop Clemson. 1st and 10. The ball's out, and it is recovered. Jalen Ramsey made the hit.
He has the knowledge to go for the football and not the knockout hit. Right there, as Shadrack's pushing him by, it looked like he caught his arm before his arm came forward. Let's see from this angle. Yeah, he hit the elbow.
Giorgio Newberry recovered. And that is an awful mistake in this situation. Brissett, look out, almost hit as he threw it and then threw too high. There is a flag thrown. And rubs that go uncalled when they're more subtle than that, but that was definitely too blatant. Jonathan Alston the catch. 1-score game here. Even a field goal will get them within 8. Blitz behind Brissett. He stepped away from it and runs inside the 10. Smoothest runner, but he's been a very effective runner today.
He has to recognize, and he did late with Kalen Ramsey coming up, did not wrap his arms, or he has the blitz.
Receivers, 3 in a bunch to the left, and now Days heads over there. They come after him. He lofts it into the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for Marquez Valdez.
Messed up from the get-go. He throws off his back foot. With the defensive back playing over the top and inside, I'm probably going to take a strike.
2 minutes to go. Brissett takes off running. Gets about 9. 3 touchdown passes today. The last 4 ACC games for the Seminoles, they have not allowed a touchdown pass against them.
They have some issues on defense. I mean, we're looking at 500+ yards.
5-12. They knew it would be hard here. They're 3-5 in Raleigh in their previous 8 trips for today.
Put in front of the kicker.
Scantling heading in the wrong direction and finally swung down by Jacob Pugh.
And a lot of that is a reflection of Jimbo Fisher. And they're champions. Champions die hard than they were last year, and they'll continue to improve.
Bo Hines